Hello, Dr. Coker here, and this is a guide to Ihuykatumu from Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. This is the first dungeon encountered in the Dawntrail storyline. Please like and subscribe. I'm releasing guides for every story dungeon and trial in the game, so you always know it's coming. Let's get started. The first boss is Prime Punutiy. A few seconds in, he will cast Punutiy Press, which deals unavoidable damage to all players. Just heal through it. He follows this with Hydro Wave, which is a conal AoE attack. Just step out of the marker to avoid the damage. Then he will move to one edge and cast Resurface. This is a large conal AoE that lasts several seconds. Just wait aside until it's finished. This is followed by many random AoEs that cover the entire floor. Pay attention to where the first AoEs appeared, as they will explode first. You can wait near them and then rush into the safe zone. Then you will have to stay on your toes and find another safe place to run to soon, because more AoEs will likely appear under your feet. Within a few seconds, the entire floor will be marked except for one safe circle, so at that time, run straight to the circle. Once that goes off, it will be calmer for a bit while the boss casts simpler spells again. Later, you will see Song of the Punutiy. 4 ads will appear, each tethered to one player. 2 of the players will have tracking conal AoE markers and 2 will have circular markers. All 4 players should separate and run to the edge to avoid overlapping damage. Immediately after the strike, the 4 ads will become targetable and the tank will need to pick them up. With Shore Shaker, the boss will move to the center and concentric circular AoE markers will appear. Wait just outside the center circle, and as soon as it's blasted, rush into the center to wait out the rest. The second boss is Drowsie. He opens with a simple tank buster called Uppercut. Just use mitigation and healing as needed. Then he will cast Sew and Drowsy Dance. 4 circles will appear that need to be avoided. After a few seconds, Ivy will spawn out of the 4 circles, and players should pay attention to which way they are facing. All of them will blast line AoE damage in front of them, but it doesn't go across the entire floor. You can stand beside one of them and be safe, and as the markers appear, you can adjust your position as needed. Once they strike, a message will appear in red on the screen, and then all the Ivy will grow larger. They will do the same line blasts again, but this time with larger markers. Just stand beside one again, and adjust your position when the lines appear. This will be followed by Sneeze, a conal AoE that will cover most of the floor. Just get behind the boss to avoid the damage. Late in the fight, he will cast Spit, and several colorful slimes will appear. Get away from them, because after a few seconds they will explode. Then they will turn into ads, and the tank will need to pick all of them up. These ads will do circular AoE attacks as long as they're alive. The third boss here is Apollyon. He will open with Razor Zephyr, a simple line AoE attack. Just avoid the marker to be safe. Then he'll cast a tank buster called Blade. Use mitigation and healing as needed. After a few seconds, he will move to the center of the floor and beasts will charge in to attack him. He will cast High Wind, which deals unavoidable damage to all players and kills the beasts attacking him. Then you will see him eat the beasts and gain a buff to his wings. With this boost, he jumps around the room and casts several line AoEs, but there will be a decent amount of safe space to stand in. Then he will jump around and do the line AoEs a second time. This is followed by an electric combo beginning with Levin Sickle, which causes 4 circles to appear that players must avoid. Then lightning AoE will appear all over the floor, but there will be a safe triangle to stand in. AoE will then appear in the safe area, but as soon as the first AoE strikes, just run into it to wait out the rest. Players will have spread apart markers on them, but it's safe to wait for the ground AoE to finish and then separate afterwards. The boss will then spawn ads again, and kill and eat them. This time it will give a buff to his forearms. This will modify his next tank buster so that you will see a bright red circle around it. Anyone standing inside the circle who isn't the tank will take heavy damage and likely die. But then, that circle becomes the safe zone everyone must run to, which is immediately followed by a rectangular AoE that covers most of the floor. After the safe circle is finished, run behind the boss for that one. With Wind Whistle, the boss will spawn a green tornado that must be avoided. The tornado will display star patterns that then blast forward line AoE damage in 8 directions, indicated by the star. Stay as far as you can from the tornado to make it easier to react. The boss will do his other AoEs at the same time. And that's it for Ihuykatumu, the first Dawntrail dungeon. Good luck, have fun, and see you next time.